2024 New Year's resolution. Yeah, I'm filming this in January. God knows when this is actually coming out. I'm making a bingo card. I play a game called Cell to Singularity, and it's quite nerdy. It's basically an evolution-based clicker that I've played, I think maybe since it came out, like 4 or 5 years ago. And I decided to make a bingo card out of it because I got bored of just wasting my weekends sitting in bed watching TV, buried into Animal Crossing or Stardew Valley or even Fortnite sometimes, sorry. And I need to go out and do things, and things that I like doing include going to museums, art exhibitions, aquariums, the good kind, zoos, again the good kind, reading about stuff, watching documentaries, etc, etc, etc. And I thought that making a Cell to Singularity bingo card would be the right, well, not the right way to do it, but an interesting way to do it. I'm going to put a link. I've made this a public, well, there's a template that I've made a public download. If anybody wants it, I don't know that they will, but it's there anyway. And I'm updating it as the gameplay goes, so they have events. I haven't finished or played all of the events yet, but I'm adding them as I play. There probably will be some spoilers, but essentially it starts with the primary simulation, and the primary simulation is very much just straightforward evolution. We go from planet Earth not being so much a planet to primordial soup to DNA, amino acids, protein, single-celled organisms, prokaryotes, eukaryotes, etc. And you go all the way up until you colonize Mars, essentially. And for this bit, the bingo card is mostly the main things you can buy. You've got like the Milky Way, the solar system, primordial soup, ozone layer, amino acids, and then you get like little power-ups on each of the things you can get. So for an amino acid, you get enzymes and protein. As a scientist, I probably have an unfair advantage in terms of access to these things. So I look at cells all the time, so I will have eukaryotic cells just at my disposal where not everybody will. The aim of the game is not to take it literally. So there are some things on here that are going to be really difficult to do. So the primary simulation is probably the easiest one, where we've got just like sponge, we've got jellyfish. So if I go to an aquarium and I see a jellyfish, I can tick off jellyfish. It's mostly animals. Some things are like traits, but when you go to like museums or like the Natural History Museum, they've got like different feathers on display, they've got like teeth and stuff like that, so you can tick off some of those. I didn't put every single box in the primary simulation bingo because that would just be ridiculous. I put in things that I thought were reasonably achievable. I have also updated the bingo card since I've now finished it. It's complete, so I can actually get on and tick stuff off the list rather than make the list, because so far I've spent more time making the bingo card than actually playing the bingo card. But I can stop now. I had gone through like the primary simulation side of things and figured out like what was feasible for me to tick off, and then I was like, no, I'm gonna share this, so it's not fair to do it by my standards. So I went back through, and now every single tile in the game is on my bingo card. There's going to be a lot of interpretation because after we finish the primary simulation, we've got Mesozoic Valley, which is dinosaurs, and it's going to be a little bit more complicated, which means you have to go and do like the fossils. There are some fossils that are only available in certain countries, so doing things like watching a documentary on it, researching them, reading the Wikipedia page, reading a book. There are other ways to tick off the bingo card than just going and seeing the thing, because I'm trying to make it so I can do it for free. I don't want to be locked out of my own game because I can't afford to get on a plane to Argentina, you know? But then you've also got like things like burrowing. It doesn't have to be dinosaur burrowing. it can be, I walk past a rabbit hole. And then we move on to the beyond, which I think is probably going to be the most difficult, because I don't have a high powered telescope and we're not on Mars yet. And some of them are a little like nuclear fusion. That's going to have to be something I go and read about or I watch a video about. Some of these you can see without a telescope. I have an app called the Night Sky. It's available on iPhone, I don't know, on Android, not sponsored. But if you point it at the stars, it'll tell you what star you're looking at. I saw Jupiter the other day. I don't know if I'm going to tick that off on my bingo card list, but I saw it and it was cool. That could count. For Neptune, there's high winds. If you go out on a particularly windy day, tick it off on the bingo card. It's about having fun with it. That's the point. And I'm almost sad that I'm not a cell line engineer anymore, because I could totally play like cell line bingo, and all of the different tissues that are mentioned in the anatomy of life, or the different organs, I could then tick off by being given them at my old place of work. And that doesn't happen so much anymore, but I will find a way. So this is going to be more of a vlog style, but not for this little sit down clip. So that's the bingo card. I've spent 10 minutes just talking about that. So I've ticked off my first 2 bingo card ticks. Range of vision. This is Specsavers. I went to Specsavers because I was due, well, I wasn't really due an eye test, but I was getting eye strain at work. A lot more than is normal, so I just went to go and check everything out. So I'm ticking off range of vision with this, because I can. It's my game, my rules. And then the second one, I like this one a lot, and obviously the sun's gone in for this bit. But solar system bullet journal. Look at it. It's not great, but where am I? There we go. Ta-da! So that's January. It's just got a little calendar here and then the planets. And then on this page is just a giant to-do list, which I haven't done yet, and then trackers. So my bullet journal trackers are my bullet journal spreads are generally quite compact nowadays. I used to do pages and pages. But yeah, this is how I'm going to tick off the solar system, because I think doing it all at once is quite difficult. And I thought it was cute, and it is cute, because it's, again, my game, my rules, and I say it's cute. Those are the first 2 things that I am ticking off of my bingo card list. There are hundreds of things on this list, and it will continue to grow as the game continues to grow. I'm fully committed to the fact that I will probably never finish this game, but that means I'm always going to have stuff to do. So I think the next time you're going to hear from me is going to be at maybe a zoo, maybe a museum. I hate vlogging, but I thought I'd say hi. Today we're in the Fitzwilliam Museum in Cambridge. We're going to tick some stuff off of my self-singularity bingo card. I hope to get pottery today. Some other interesting stuff. It's not my usual kind of museum, so I guess we'll see what's here. Okay, so I need it, obviously. It's a fish. Carp tureen. 1755. And another pottery fish. Found a new special interest. A pair of fighting cocks. No, actually. And some rabbits. And birds. Coming here may have been a mistake. This is fantastic. It's chicken. You know it's a good day when there's Delftware everywhere. I'm getting so much tattoo inspiration. Not all of this is Delftware either. I'm aware. But there's just so much of it. This is very cool. I like this a lot. I think we can tip off pottery. There's a whole room of it. There's actually like 2 rooms of it.
Greek sculptures. Greek style. Unsure, not a historian. And then you go all the way around. That's a door. Go all the way around. Greekish. Unsure. Unsure. To be honest, unsure about all of them. But then you get just the bust. Queen Victoria. It doesn't quite fit. But with that, I'm gonna tick off sculpture somewhere here. There we go. That one's gonna be ticked off. Yeah, it's a screenshot. My battery's too low for a document.
I went to the museum and we saw the Delftware pottery. I'm sure I've made a lovely montage. It's probably not that great if you're not interested, but whatever. I really like Delftware. I have a Delftware inspired tattoo sleeve. And then after the museum I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go and do a charity shop haul like I always do. I'm gonna buy everything Delftware inspired. What I didn't expect was to find a genuine Delftware for, I think I paid about £6, £7.50 for that, but look at him. Isn't he beautiful? You can see the mark on the bottom. Very exciting stuff. So I'm gonna get some of this incorporated into my tattoo sleeve because I have a band, and I hope my tattoo artist isn't gonna kill me. But this is very exciting. So yeah, that was my museum visit. So yeah, we ticked off pottery and sculpture, and then last weekend, so it has been about 2 weeks since the museum, I went to go see my friend, and she has a snake and she let me hold the snake. It's like the least flattering photo of me ever. There you go. I could just edit that in. But I held the snake, so I've now ticked off snake. Now I want one. There's a couple of things on there that I am going to tick off based on the past. Because it's my game and my rules, but I think I will explain as I go, and I think it's relevant. We all know that I am a scientist, or I hope we do. I'm a scientist, hi. My last job and the video that I just put out last at the time of filming this, I made a video about my previous job, which I was a cell line engineer, and one of the tiles in the bingo card is genetic engineering, and that is somewhere up in the Mars terraforming part. So I'm going to use cell line engineering to tick off genetic engineering because that is essentially what we were doing. I'm also going to tick off nanotech because that's the job that I do now. I know, right, it's cool. I'm a senior research associate in a nanomedicine company, so I'm going to tick off nanotech with that. So I've ticked off genetic engineering and nanotech, and then also, one more thing, I have a drone flute, and I've just completed the Good Vibrations Cell to Singularity event, which is music based. One of the tiles is pentatonic, and this you can play pentatonic scale, so I'm just gonna do that for you really badly, and I'm very sorry. It's not great, I'm not great at playing it. Ooh. But it sounds better with the drone. And there we're ticking off pentatonic. It's gonna tick off orca because of those. You can see it better in my tattoo tool, which I'll put up there somewhere. And then also tooth growth. Let's see if I can insert a picture somewhere of the time where I had a mishap in the lab and I accidentally grew some teeth. Anyway, this has been the Singularity Bingo part 1 of 50 million. This is not going to be a monthly series, I think. Let's see how this goes. Well, that's the premise. Links down in comments below. No, down in the description below somewhere. Like, subscribe, ask questions, download the bingo card, show me what you do. I don't know. See ya!